tipped me first net in, went £25. I'm like, £25 flipping net? I've got more than £5 in that net, because I only thought I had £30. I'm like, I've got to have the same again in that one. Next up then, folks, it is finally my favourite time in the whole wide world, and that is Silver's qualifying
It's not
time.
yet though, is it? Look.
It's not, it's flipping.
It was when we
cold
got
this
here.
morning, it was like -1, but now it's like 206 degrees on my blooming layers on. But yeah, I absolutely adore this time of year, folks. And it was it last week, a week before?
Last Wednesday.
Yeah, so as part of my campaign, I booked a few matches.
Oh, you filmed it?
Yeah, we filmed it.
Oh, good boy.
We filmed it as a campaign. And the first one up was the Winter Classic at the Glebe. So obviously from last year, I just thought we were going to catch loads of carp, but it was completely
All
different.
on Lake One.
All on Lake One. There was only 17 on it. Wasn't a full turnout this one, so only
Wasn't
one
it?
going
Not
through,
many,
so
yeah.
you had to win.
Only one going through.
Only one
17.
going through, so you had to win. Obviously, yeah, you had to win everything. You couldn't just like win your section.
You've
and
got to
then
win the match to go
Got to
through.
win the match. That's the one. That's what we're looking for, Jay. So, yeah, I drew peg 8, where I'm sure it's where Frankie was the previous year, and Frankie won the match with like just over £40.
Did he?
But the difference,
Eight's
Jay.
there, isn't it?
8's like, well, I did have a lot of room as well. They left like, everyone had a spare peg. I had 2 spare pegs.
Yeah,
so it was like
9 and 10
2 anglers missed one, but I had 2 anglers. Yeah, me and someone else missed 2 and then someone. Does that make sense?
Because you're clashing that corner a bit.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
Wind was blowing in my face, coming in my general direction.
Was it?
It looked amazing.
Did it? It looked good. It looked cold. And when I watched the video, I was like, that
It was flipping freezing, and I couldn't believe the change in the colour. It's like, if you look at like Uglies, where I could see, that was like chocolatey brown colour. Our lake was like, it's like clear.
As it like the algae had gone and it
Yeah,
had gone cold.
definitely. You could see you keep net and down in like 10 inches, things like that.
Coming.
You know what I mean?
Winter's
So,
coming.
obviously, I was happy there because I knew Frankie had caught a few, but the fishing was completely different to the previous year. I thought we were after like bigger skimmers and that, and then I just thought we'd get mullered by carp, so we didn't put any loose feed in whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's not like me to loose feed.
No.
Jay. Started off on a top kit, got a few like little baby skimmers, and looking around, everyone's catching fish, everyone's catching little baby skimmers. I put like 2 or 3, I don't want to say, yeah, I can say loads, can't I? Because we're doing a catch up, but obviously it's been filmed anyway. We'll go through it, won't we?
Yeah.
Just go through it quickly.
Go
2 or
for
3
it.
balls on my short line, 4 or 5
Of what?
balls on my long line.
Super sweet. You're
Super
loving
sweet.
it, aren't you?
Honestly, folks,
to get
super
managed, order
sweet.
some of
And
that.
Thatcher's green.
Is that your new boy?
Oh my days, Jay. It's like the best ground bait, best smelling ground bait in the world.
Is it?
It just goes that nice like dark browny colour.
Yeah.
Oh mate, it's so good.
I'll get some.
So loose feeding a bit to start off with on that top kit line, and it was good. But I was getting like the odd gudgeon and perch, and like lad next to me, who's next to me? Flipping heck, I forgot his name. But anyway, he was catching like long. He was catching a skimmer, a chuck, like every go in. You know, like you do with taffy pellets, like really fast. I'm like flipping heck. I'm miles behind here. But looking back, I probably wasn't, because I was catching. Although you don't think you're catching quick short, you're probably catching more than he is because he's fishing out
Yeah,
long.
you catch 2 to 1 technically.
Yeah, definitely. And the gudgeon
Yeah.
were pretty big as well.
Go on, go
Go on, the goose. So I'll give it half an hour there, and I'm thinking, no, I've got to go out short line. That short line, when I went on that, so it was only top kit and 2, I literally had a bite of chuck on it from start to finish. I've never known it as solid as that.
Why did you go that short? Was it on a harder bottom, up the slope a bit?
It was only a foot deep from the top kit. Another section out, it was the same depth there, all the way out to 13 metres.
Was it? Oh, it went fat. The shelf was quick.
Lovely.
Right, I'm with
And
you.
it was noticeable, obviously, I'll tell you a little bit later on, it was noticeable people weren't catching short, and looking back, I think that's why.
What, they
'Cause
weren't
of the
short
depth that
enough?
I've had. Possibly gone a little bit too long, but the depths must have been all over the place, on like a slope or something like that. I was
Yeah.
on lovely flat bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Wonder
proper.
why? Why is that flat there?
I don't know. Whether it's because the wind, that's where the wind, I don't know. Whether it's scoured it out or not, I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
It's just nice.
But it was lovely. So yeah, I've ticked over there, and then I've tried it out long, and the stamps seem to be a bit longer, a bit bigger out long.
Longer?
A bit long. The stamps seem to be longer out long, a little bit bigger, but I was taking like a little bit longer to get a bite.
Like big, massive dog roach and stuff
No,
like that.
no dog roach. They were like, what? I'm going to say 6-ounce skimmers. You know what I mean?
Dog roach.
But I could catch like 2 or 3 the time it'd take me to catch one out long. So I spent 10 minutes out long, probably caught 5 skimmers. I'm like, it's too slow this.
Yeah.
Come back short and it was just solid.
Was it?
So I've like bulked everything up. I've literally had a bulk and a dropper. Bringing my rig over, putting it back down, it goes straight back down. It's like, if you saw any of the live stuff, though, it was just solid.
Was it?
Stodgy ball was the one, Jay, lad. I'm obsessed with that at the
Like we
minute.
did at Barston when we fished with Mark.
Yeah.
Same sort of type fishing.
Little stodgy bowl with like 2 or 3 dead reds and a bit of worm, a couple of casters in it.
Every go.
And every like 3 or 4 fish.
Was it?
But what the turning point was, I did my first 2.5 hours in one net and my next 2.5 hours in another net. The turning point was 2.5 hours in, I think everyone's catching the odd like bigger one, like £1.5 to £2. I'm like, I can't get any of these. I thought I was miles behind. Realistically, if I'd have just stayed on them, I'd have probably still done all right.
Yeah.
But thinking I'm going to have to try and catch some big fish. So I started giving it loads of casters, putting 50 in, double pouching 50, every sort of like 2 or 3 fish. And my God, did that change things.
Did it? Went good then?
Oh my days. So I've upped this thing that's like shut off. I'm like, I'm not putting sections on, it's going to be a carp. So I'm like, and then this perch has just popped up. I'm like, so I let all the elastic go back and it was a big perch, like £1.5. And I went to break off of that. And that was the start of it. Then I've had like a few like jumpy skimmers, 12 ounce to a pound, and then I started getting the odd like better skimmer, like 6 to 8 ounce, and then you go back to catching these little babby skimmers, and it was just like that all day, folks. It was just amazing fishing. So I've just ticked over like that. Word on the bank was coming down that Johnny Arthur had 300 skimmers. I'm like, flipping out, that's the right weight. Me and Baz Zimmerman, who was filming the match, said we've got £30. We thought I'd £30.
Even Baz was
Even Baz like, yeah, you've not got more than £30. I'm like, I don't think I have, you know what I'm like. So obviously I think £46 was the best weight coming. No, £50. About 3 pegs to my right. I can't remember your name again. Sorry, I'm useless with names. Rich will put some up on screen, wouldn't you, Rich? CEO. So it's 50, I think £51 was winning. So I pulled my first.
46.
No, it was a £51.
Was it 51 as well?
Yeah. And then there was a 46, a 44. You had 43, hadn't you? CEO had 43. Tipped me first net in, went £25. I'm like, £25 flipping net? I've got more than £5 in that net. Because I only thought I had £30. I'm like, I've got to have the same again in that one. And then this net's come out, I'm like, oh, that's a bit heavier. And that was £35. That was with all the bigger ones.
So you're a whole keep net out.
Yeah.
On what you thought you had.
I was going in kilos again instead of pounds.
Oh, yeah.
So I've weighed £60 and a few ounces.
£60.
You
haven't had many fish over £1 either, have you?
No, I probably had 5 bonus ones like over £1.
Have you?
So that perch and like 4 decent skimmers.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Only that, so you've had, yeah?
It was amazing.
£55 of little fish.
Was it Scott? It might have been Scott Reed, I can't remember. Scott Reed maybe. He's had £34. Matt Godfrey's had £24, and then the lad on the end's had £40. So everyone's caught a load of fish.
A lot of bites today.
Not
Not many carp, Rich was saying as well, weirdly.
I didn't hook
Hardly anyone took carp.
No, didn't hook one
Weird,
carp.
isn't it?
All the carp seem to be right across.
Did you see them? They're
where
all
everyone,
splodging everywhere.
They were boshing across where everyone took feeder.
But they never
so
came.
Never came in shore.
It's weird, isn't it?
So if I'd a loose fed from the off, Jay, I don't know what weight it was. I think I've had a silly weight, like 80, 90 pounds. But you just don't think to do it because you think you draw carp in.
Yeah, you're
you
scared
know what I mean?
to be that aggressive, aren't you?
I mean, even if I'd not a loose fed, I'd just carried on with that little ball, I'd have still done over £50, I'm convinced.
Would you?
Yeah, definitely. There's so many fish there, so solid.
Serious days fishing.
Yeah, so we're on 1 out of 1 for qualifying, folks. That's it for the... No, we're going to do some more campaigns, but yeah.
Got lots of angling trust ones, haven't you?
Yeah, lots of angling trust ones, but straight through to the Winter Classic again at Midlands.
Defend the title?
Trying to defend the title.
I like that. I didn't do quite as well.
Talk us through yours, dear lad.
Well, I wasn't going to go because I was on my ollie bobs and...
But there was a spare ticket, wasn't there?
There was, because my mate had qualified. So I thought, go on then. So we had a ticket for Sherwood.
I was right looking forward to Sherwood as well.
It's flipping miles though. I like Sherwood,
It is a long way away.
and it's a horrible drive. There's no big roads. It's all...
Little nicky-nacky new country lanes, isn't it?
It's a bugger. Proper bugger to get to. But it was a Sunday, so I thought we'll go. And he was going. So he picked me bait up for me. He actually got me good bait as well.
Go on, the CEO.
Very nice bait. He got me. Not that I caught anything on it, but it was very good maggots. Anyway, so yeah, went Sherwood. We knew it had been a bit harder.
Yeah.
We'd seen weights in the week. It'd been a bit tricky. They suffered last year. They got beyond flooded.
When we went that first one, it was good, wasn't it? When we drew next to each other.
Yeah,
when it was
but
nice
after
weather
that
like
were the
this.
floods, weren't they?
Yeah.
And they really, really did suffer, the poor buggers up at Sherwood, because that river's behind you.
Oh, yeah.
You can imagine when that comes in, it kicks its ass, doesn't it? So it was, but they're doing a good job.
Yeah, man.
They are grafting. They're just still shuffling all the fish about to get them back to where they were.
It the
sort of
Palings
thing.
have got it now, isn't it? Yeah.
I think 3 people have got it. Yeah.
How have they?
Josh is one of them. I don't. But anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, same as usual. We were
Where
on.
did you draw, Jay?
I drew peg 30 on Sherwood Lake. It's always on Sherwood.
With the river behind, yeah. Is that where we were?
I was to the left where you were. You
okay.
and I were on. You were on 32. I was on 34.
Right. Okay.
So now I'm further up, one off the end.
Oh right, and it's normally M pegs on there, isn't it?
It were massively end pegs.
Right.
unfortunately. But to start with, it was going good. I knew it was going to be harder.
So what have you done? Tappy pellets?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But starts on my perch line on the edge.
Oh yeah.
Never had a bite. Never moved. Fed a little bit of worm and a few pinkies.
And last year you had two massive ids and that big perch, didn't you?
Yeah,
Well,
didn't have a bite.
heck.
So that was it. Oh right. But tap pellets at 13 metres. It was perfect for it, and it was good. It wasn't good. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was ticking. I think I've had 15 skimmers after an hour,
Nice.
and the target's 50.
Yeah.
So 15 after an hour. I thought this is
Like
all right,
them
this.
ones, unsized ones.
Yeah. You get an odd one like that, but
Yeah.
normal fanny belty skimmers, and it was all right. And then it just like fizzled to nothing. Like last time you and I did that, and then you could tell it wasn't right. So
Yeah,
we started
so
loose feeding straight away.
maggots,
You could tell they were all watching, which they were, but there weren't the numbers there in the lake. It's as if everything had just gone
Just
to the end.
Yeah.
Really, really did. It felt like everything is, which they do, because there's a lot of pressure in the middle of the lake. It never sees that many people on, ever. Does it, apart from the Winter Classic one. So it had just gone a bit, you could tell he'd gone. And every carp you could see was whizzing to one end or the other. You could just tell everything were backing off. So scratched about all day. Like now and again you get a run on it, on your pellets, just being patient, you get 2. And I thought, tick over, get lucky, you get 10, 15 pound. 15 pound became the target to win. But I just couldn't catch it. I put 2 more lines in with maggots. And as soon as I put lines in me right, never had a bite. And I've got my main line in front of me at 13 metres. And then an hour and a half to go, I put a line, because I spoke to him on the phone, Rich, he'd caught a few big potting and leaving it. And then go and catch
He's caught a big one on his big pot as well, hasn't he?
Very big and like a big pot. So I put that at 14.5. Once I fed that, I never had another bite in me peg.
Oh, flipping it.
It's as if
Just
everything
like,
was that way.
Done.
Yeah, but I caught a couple over that, just laying a maggot in on a 4x10.
Right. Oh, right. Okay. Proper line.
Like proper, you know, you're eking it out. And it just went nowhere, unfortunately. Ended up with 11 pound, 15 ounce.
Yeah.
16 pound won me section. Like me section first and second were the 2 ends.
Right.
I was against the 2 ends. They had 16 pound, the chap opposite, I forget his name, sorry. He qualified, and the chap next to me had
Liam's
14.
Got Liam Lyon.
Liam was the other end.
Was he the other
He was
end?
on the other end peg on Risha's end on the lily beds.
Right.
He caught some weird fish, didn't he? He had a few big eyes.
Oh, right. Go ahead.
They live on them lilies, don't they?
Right.
They like it there. Yeah, I think he had some mostly skimmers like as well, but yeah, just unfortunately, it was a bit poo.
He's going to do a few more though, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Decent.
I've still got a bit more carp fishing left in me.
Have you?
I'm going to do tunnel bar next week.
Of course.
And then I might commit to some silvers. But right now it's too warm because there's £1 million of muggers to be
I've got
caught
this
here
fleece.
today.
I'm going to take this fleece off in a sec.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how silverfish is going at the minute.
I'll go on to you.
I need to get my finger out so I can hopefully join you.
Yes.
We'll see.